Hello. Now I'm on my iPad Pro, an M4 iPad Pro, not an M5. Uh, I've had it for a while. My iPad Air is new. Uh, but the M4, the Pro is much better, and that's why it's a Pro. But they charge so much more. Uh, and I think the whole this is my first video uh, on the iPad Pro, so I want to see the difference when I upload it. But you know, just my message today is more or less don't go where the money goes. A lot of people like the first thing out of their mouth is, "Can you make money at it? Does it make money?" Uh, if it doesn't make money, it's not a success. Uh, does it have potential to make money and all that? You know, and I've discussed this line of thinking before with the artists. Artists love creating art. They don't do it with a dollar sign in the back of their head. Most artists die poor. Their art sells for millions and millions after they're gone. So, it's just, and if they don't love what they do, they can't do it. You know, and they're trying to express themselves. Uh, they're trying to be themselves. Um, they're trying to think outside the box. A lot of artwork, a lot of uh, different types of art is really out of the box thinking. And, you know, uh, some of the most expensive art that I've seen lately have been really nothing spectacular to describe or speak of, but for some reason they went from 50 million, and it was like a brown piece. It was a brown mark. It wasn't even a picture of a person or an animal or a tree or anything. It was just a abstract, I guess you would call it. So, it's just, and if you do make money, that's fine. I'm not telling you it's bad to make money. It's not bad to make money. I mean, it is bad to want money. It's bad to let money encompass you and engulf your life. It's just not the way to go. You want to have your life and experience and uh, being with the ones you love and uh, taking care of your children and let that encompass your life. Not how much money your kid's gonna make. I mean, you got all these fathers that want their kid to be the uh, eh, next Derek Jeter or something, and you know it's really misguided. Uh, you're hurting your kid when you do that. Because you're saying if he's not the next Jeter, then he's worthless, and he's not. He's not worthless. But you're putting that out there. It's like you have to be a Derek Jeter or you're nothing. And he could be nothing and still be something more, much more than a Derek Jeter. Your idea is Derek Jeter. His idea is uh, Adam Lambert. It's just totally out of this world. To what you're thinking, and you're not right, and he's not right, and he's not wrong, and you're not wrong. It's just who you are. It's just being yourself. Being true to yourself, and it's just most of the highest paying jobs out there, the people that made the most money, they did it for free. They started out for free. They would have paid someone to do it. That's how much they wanted to do it. And they did pay to do it. Like artists had to buy their canvas, they had to buy their paint, they had to buy a studio to do all their work in. And it costs them money, and they don't make any money. They don't have any guarantee of return. And they do it for the love of it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just, you know, So we're so encompassed with money. We have a president that's in love with money because he he doesn't know the first thing about love. He has a family that hates him, and if he took his money away, nobody would even give him a sandwich on the street. Get away from me, bum. They wouldn't. People respect him because he's got money, and that's the worst way to respect somebody. You know, and those are usually the worst people. Yeah, you have to be a respectable person, and you can do that with or without money. And the people that need money to be respectable are despicable. Uh, I have no money, and I give money to people on the street. Uh, you know, uh, and I might have my last $10, and I'll give it away. If I feel it's needed or it can help. I don't. I'm not greedy. I'm not a greedy person at all. Uh, Maybe that's why I have what I have. 'Cause when you don't chase money, money chases you. And when you don't chase the girls chase you. And you're either a chaser or a chasee. And if you're a chaser, if you chase money, you're never gonna have enough. You'll never have enough. It's the it's a bottomless pit, and it never gets full. But if you let money chase you, you'll never need. You'll never want for anything. And it's a mind twist. It's a mind fuck. And it just it's the way your attitude towards life. Is the glass half full or the glass half empty, kind of thing. And just perspective. And life is a paradox. You think the more you chase money, the more you'll have, and you might have money. I'm not saying you won't have money, but it'll never be enough. You'll never feel satisfied, and you'll never be able to stop chasing money. It's not like, oh, I have this, and now I'm going to stop and let money chase me now. That doesn't work that way. You know, if you chase money, you're always going to chase money. And if you don't chase money, money will always chase you for the rest of your life. So I don't know. I mean, you look like George Clooney. George Clooney doesn't chase women. Women chase him. And he's going to be 80 and women will chase him. You know, it's just, uh, it's just the way things are. The way God designed the world. And the ones who get ahead. You know. And, you know, Trump chases fame and power and money, and he never have enough. He'll never have enough power, enough fame. He always looks at the people that has more than him, like Obama. And Obama doesn't have his money, but Obama's much richer than Trump will ever be. Stuff like that. And and that's the problem. Trump knows it. Trump knows it. Obama has a lot more than him and is much more popular and loved than him. And, you know, because he's a black man, it makes it even worse. Because Trump is the biggest racist on the planet. So, yeah, it's just funny. It's sad, too. It's very sad. But I'm just saying, do what makes you happy. Do it. If laying on the beach makes you happy, go lay on the beach. If digging a hole and putting a plant in the hole makes you happy, then do that. You know, I don't want to give you ideas because it would be so limiting and ineffectual. It's just, you come up with the ideas. You know you better than I do. And you know what you like. You know what you want to do. You know what turns you on. Go do that. Go do what turns you on. Because then if you make money at it, great. And if you don't, great. Yeah, I know. I know it's hard with rent, food, and cars, and insurance, and gas. You have this is the world is designed to keep you busy like that, so you wouldn't think. You don't have time to think. You don't have time to think of way you're out of the box. You're in a box and you're stuck in a box, and society's got you stuck because that's where they want you. Because that gives society the power over you, and you have to stop and smell the roses. Kiss your kid on the head. You know. But and you, I know it's hard because you've been trained not to think this way. And it's hard to break training. It's like a dog. Once you train a dog to do something, it's very hard to get him to not do it. That's all he knows. So, if you have him sitting for a treat, it's very hard to get him to lay down for a treat because he thinks I sit, I get my treat. That's all he knows. That's all he wants to know. Don't be a dog and don't go for treats. Go for the love of your life. Go for you.